All right. What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. We're about to jump into some of this J-Pow craziness. All right, so J-Pow is testifying before the House today. Yesterday, he testified before the Senate. Today, it's the House. Woo. Need a little move around here. So today, he's testifying before the House. Started about 7 o'clock, about 30 minutes ago. And then we also had job openings. And then there's something called Beige Book at 11. I actually don't know what Beige Book is, so I'm probably going to look that up, figure out what that is. Let's go ahead and get the chart up. I'm still a little sick, so bear with me. But we're getting over it pretty fast, which is good. Bear with me just a second here. Okay. All right. So ES kind of bouncing off of the lower band of the VWAP here. We're on the 1 minute chart. Okay. Major candles coming in, bouncing on the low of the VWAP and rejecting at the high of the VWAP. The range is really small though. Down from 39.80s up to about 39.90s, close to 4. Really small range on the day, much smaller than we're used to, but we are trading within this channel here, and so I think that we'll have some definite opportunities here. So let's see. This was right when J-Pow start. Boom, dropped down, immediately came right back, and had some pretty big sell-off, and immediately came right back off that. Pretty large candles today. Look at these massive upwicks. We're going to try to take it a little easy today, even though there is obviously a lot of momentum. I'm going to focus probably on scalping. Yesterday we took an L, and it's our first L that we've taken in a while. And so I'm going to try and, luckily, we kept our loss smaller than our gains. So that's what we want to see. Looking for a bounce here off the 9 EMA to join the bid. Join the bid here off on 94.50. I'm looking to get out at 95.75. I think we're going to get that. There we go. We're up 262.50, or sorry, 225. Brain injury stuff. Trying to make, the occipital lobe connect with the optic nerve and have everything work out perfectly. But, sometimes it doesn't always do that for me. Pop it up here off the 9 EMA quite well. It's looking nice. A lot of opportunity in these candles today, but a lot of risk as well. We'll try to get in around. Oh, I kind of missed that. We got some of it though. Like I said, I'm probably gonna stick to like 5 ticks today. Yesterday we were trying to do like a combination of swings and scalps, and it was really difficult to kind of judge movement. And so just watching what I've seen just so far right here, I think that sticking with 5 ticks will continue to give me profit while also mitigating my risk. Popping up above 4,000, just barely. Guess I should have taken the long there off that, but kept on ripping. I think that we're going to keep on ripping too. What's our high? Oh, wow, that was even more of a rip than I expected. Our high's kind of right here. Either way, we have that line in the sand there at 4,000, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got a rejection down here, and maybe a rejection down to about the 9 EMA, but I think that might be a little aggressive. I don't know. This one double topped here and pulled back to the 12. Let's see if we get something similar to that. It doesn't look like we're gonna. Join the bid right here. In at 4,000.5. And looking to get out of 4,001.75. There we go. We got that. We're up 412.50 on the day. I took this trade based off the TTM. because normally I wouldn't take a trade up here on the VWAP, but the reason why I did was because TTM stacked so significantly from this previous candle. So this one here was 6.3, and we went to 7.3. A movement of 1.0 on the ES is actually pretty large, so that's why I took that trade. What up, Kevin from Lakeland, Florida? Good morning. Glad to see you here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that. I got a little ginger in the tea for the morning. For the most part, I'm kind of better, but I do have some pain, like when I swallow. I think it'll be gone probably by today or the end of the week at the latest. 1 second. I might still be like popping off screen to blow my nose and stuff, just because the sickness is real. It's a nice pop. Just gonna grab that. I think the upper band of the VWAP needs to start moving itself upward, because I think that we may see some unnecessary resistance up here because of these upper bands. It doesn't mean that it's like totally constrained by it, but I think traders do respect these lines, and so that may push this down some. I don't think that's gonna like continue to be a major point of contention, but I think it will be okay. I think it does need to begin to push up a little bit, because if we're trading outside of these areas here, I think traders tend to get a little skittish, and sometimes they sell down. Because I think a lot of people use this indicator. Our peak here is at 4,003 and a quarter. Pulls up to like a 5-day, 5-minute. 5-day peak is up there at 4,100, 4,082 to be precise. I think it's important that we be precise. Back to the 1 day. So this is 1 day, 5-minute. We were up here at 40.64. Wait a minute. We got a 5,200 cross right there. That is beginning to respect that, and kind of hard. Got this like spaghetti going on here when that's so close. So the 200 moving average, the 200 simple, is actually on its way to being below the volume weighted average price. This could actually break out a lot more, I think. 3.8 to 5.2. So I think we lost about, I think we lost like 2,500 yesterday. It was a little bit less. I'll have to look in my Discord. Our Discord, the Discord community. Yeah, loss yesterday was 2,550. So I think that we can come back from that. Pulling back up to about 4,000. What's up, Tiny? Good to see you. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of resistance up here around 4,000, which is to be expected because number one, it's the dollar amount of 4,000, so that's a very psychological level. Number two, it's because it's just outside this upper band of the volume weighted average price. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing a pullback to about the EMA 35, which is here at 39.95, and we're getting a dip down now. Dip and pop. Got a standing order at 97. I'm actually gonna join the bid here. I'm gonna look for a pop off the EMA there. In at 98.75. I'm looking to get out right at 4,000. I'm actually gonna reduce this down to 89 just to get right out. And I love it. Like 97 would have been the entry that I should have stuck with. I think this will still work out, but I think it's going to be a smaller trade than what we could have done, what we should have done. I'm going to cut that. TOS working a little faster today. First time in like 2 months. Negative 75 on the day. Getting a bounce off the 35 here at about $95. I'm going to put this actually at 8 ticks. And we're going to try to enter off at 95. 95 might be a little aggressive. I'm just going to join the bid. This is going to let me in. Looks like it's trying to move past me. Sometimes you just want it to fill like right away, you know? And it's weird when it's like the price action's dropping below your bid, but it's not filling you. Dang it. Come on. Okay, it finally filled me. It filled me higher than I wanted, like a lot higher than I wanted. But, you know, here we are. So I was trying to get filled off 95. It ran through 95 several times while I had that trade sitting there. It's hard to be profitable, man, when the thing won't fill you properly on buys or sells. Like, it actually makes it pretty difficult. Pulling back to about 95. Gonna cut that. Okay, so that should be filled. There we go. Oh, it's on a single. I don't have the brackets on. That's Tiny posting in our awesome Discord community. By the way, guys, if you're not part of our Discord community, you're definitely going to want to join up in that, because we have some amazing traders that are offering some amazing insight into how they trade, why they trade, their reflections, their profits, their losses, all that type of stuff. And you know what? We just keep it transparent. We talk about our profit. We do talk about our loss. And so, and I think it's important that we talk about losses, because I think it's a part of trading that I think a lot of people kind of keep hush hush, and I don't think we should do that. I think we should keep it open and transparent, and that's what we do inside that Discord community. We're just there to help each other out. It's just a resource to help people grow, and join on in. It's free. There's a link in the description, by the way. I think we're going to get a bounce off this 50 here. We might ride this down for a little while. Back up a break even on this trade. We got a ways to come back from. Had some difficulty with fills right in this area. One of them, one of the losses I took really was because we just couldn't get the entry and the exit proper. The other one was just because I made a bad trade. I think it's important to know the difference. I also think it's important to be able to acknowledge the difference, know when you are messing up and when your software is messing up, because it makes a difference with your own self-reflection, your own mindset. Getting a pop off that EMA 35 and the EMA 50. Nice pop here up to 50, honestly. I was expecting a pullback to the 35, not necessarily the 50. The 50 was a little much, but the 35 was my expected pullback area. I honestly should have waited for the full pullback to the 35. I just had an order standing. If I really think about it. Heavy drawdown on that. Peak of this candle is almost 97. Bottom of the candle is 92. Jeez. $5 candle. Starting to go in the opposite direction on us. Headed back down towards the VWAP. It's a little too far, honestly. Movement of 0.7 to 1.9. I still think this is going to pop here, though. Our moving averages are pointing to the downside. So is the TTM. Yeah, that's just a little too much sell pressure. We gotta see buying pressure come in right here, and pop this back above the 50. Bears were definitely in control yesterday. All right, we got to cut that. It's pulling all the way back to the VWAP and below. Down 1,500 on the day. We got to switch up tactics. Because this is normally our profit target on the day. We gotta switch up tactics. We may be looking at going short now. Honestly, probably should have just gone short off of 4,000 and just waited for this drop down to happen and the rejection. But I think it was still in too much of a long mindset. 3 minutes getting pullback on TTM pretty heavily. 5-minute chart is also getting pullback on TTM. We're getting some support in this area, but it did drop below the VWAP. 3.6 to 4.7 on the TTM. A short right here. If it'll let me in. Okay. That is short at 90 3/4, and I'm just gonna drop this. It's like 90.5. We might get a bounce right here off the VWAP. 4.8 to 5.7 on the TTM. We're literally one tick away from our sell order. Okay. Made 150 back on that. We're gonna bounce through the VWAP. I'm chewing on ginger, by the way. Just flat out some ginger. Did I miss anything? Movement of 6.06 to 6.9 on the TTM. I keep thinking that we're going to bounce here at the VWAP, but we are below the VWAP and the 200. And so I think that the reason I'm thinking that has to do with this sort of like hanging out in this area. But I don't know. TTM and the other moving averages are indicating a downward push. I feel like this will bounce and then rip back up towards 4,000, but I'm going to wait for a red-yellow candle. $6.0 to 6.97 to 7.4 on the TTM red. But yeah, I think I'll wait for a red to yellow candle and then a rip up. Because I do think this is going to pop above the VWAP. 6.9 to 7.0. So we may get a yellow candle either on this one or the next one. Potential. $6.9 to 7.2. Currently down at 39.90. Another bit here. Should fill us since it's dropped down a couple of times. All right, so we're in 89.75. They're gonna get out at 91. I think we'll get 91. There's 91. Gonna look to get in at 90.5. Might be a little too low. Yeah, I'm gonna cut that and join the bid here. See if I can get a 91. Maybe at 90.5. Why doesn't it ever fill me, man? Come on. All right, we're in at 90.75. We're gonna get out at 92. TTM going from 7.1 to 6.8 on the yellow side. This 200 simple moving average may act as resistance, but the hope is that we actually just pop above this and above the VWAP and run up towards the 50 here, really. 7.1 to 6.8 on the TTM with 30 seconds left in this candle. I want to see this candle go green. There we go, 7.1 to 6.7 on the TTM. Very close to our sell, but didn't hit it yet. Possible crossover there on the 1226. We're going from 7.1 to 6.6 to 6.2 on the TTM, now 6.3. That was a 3-minute candle push there. And now we're getting some pullback. I don't like that this pullback is coming in like this. Volume is looking like 2,000 on the last candle, 2,200 and 3,400 on the previous candle. So it's currently at 1,700. So we're gonna need to see buyers step in here. And I think that we can push up towards the EMA 50 or the 35. Our order is below that, so it should sell on the way up. The 50 is there at 92.75, and our seller is at 92. So we're about 3 ticks below where I think the resistance zone is. 6.3 down to 6.2. So 6.663 to 6.2. That's more pullback than I want to see on that. So a lot of sellers in that last candle, so I'm gonna cut this. Okay. Gonna wait for another red to yellow. If we happen to get it. It's looking like we're forming an ABCD pattern here, like at least a micro one. AB. This would be C. We'd want to see it hold right here in this zone right there. Joining the bid. It's moving past my entry. Trying to get in around 90. We got in. Okay, a nice push up here. This went from 6.3 to 6.3 to 5.5. That's very nice momentum coming in. I feel more confident for taking a larger swing here for 12 ticks. I'm going to try to get in as low as possible. Maybe we can get it at 91. We're right on 91, so it needs to drop like a tick or two. Okay, we got the entry at 91. I'm looking to get out at 94, which is up here at the upper band, or I should say at the 26 SMA. Going from 5.6 to 4.9 on the TTM with a possible crossover inbound on the 1226. This looks reasonable for this bounce trade. I don't think it looks amazing, but I don't think it looks bad either. Going for 12 ticks, $3 move. Right at 91. You can pull back to about 90. I want to see this hold 90, honestly. 5.6 to 5.0 on TTM. 10 seconds left in this candle. I can tell you 1 minute feels like a very long time sometimes. Yeah, straight ginger, that's brave. I actually love ginger. I eat ginger a lot. I always get these ginger snacks from Trader Joe's. They're delicious. They're just like rolled ginger, like flattened and dried ginger, with a little bit of sugar and some spice on it. That's kind of it. I don't like this downwick on this candle here, but I think we'll be okay. We are stacking well on the TTM. We're going from 5.6 to 5.0 to 4.1. So I do think that we have this going in the direction that we want it to, based off of TTM movement only, and the support that ended here at 88, 89 area. So we're popping back above the volume weighted average price and down below it. We just are like kind of in between on the VWAP. Rejected up there at the 50/35. They're in the same spot. 4.0 to 3.3 on the TTM on that hammer candle with this sort of ascension starting to happen here. This is kind of like a micro ABCD. There's an A, B, C, and then here's D. We have to pop above this 91 area, just kind of acting as resistance. 91, 92. We need to see this 1226 crossover happen too. But the next thing I'm looking for is either the cyan switch or the 9 to get above the 12. So 1 second, y'all. Trading / taking care of sickness. Pulling back. Got a red dot on this one. TTM going from, where's the TTM number? There it is, 3.8 to 2.9. Still a lot of momentum stacking on that. I don't like that it's pulling back so much, but I think that we're going to hold 90 area. There we go. There's the pop. Good buy volume coming in. All right. I want to see both the cyan switch and the 9 get above the 12. Our exit is at 94. It's our intended exit. We're here at 92.75. And we've got this. We might come into some resistance on the 26 simple moving average. And now potentially on the EMA 35. But if this 9 gets above the 12, I think that we're good. We may see a run back up towards 4,000. I gotta see that 9 get above that 12 though. This peaked up here at 93. This is pulling back. So we went from 2.8 to 2.0 to now 1.4 on the TTM. Kind of frustrating how big the candles are, followed by the subsequent rips down. The rips down are practically just as big as the rips up, and just a lot of volatility. A lot of emotional volatility in that too. It's best that we practice our stoicism a lot today. This candle opening green. Last candle ended with a hammer candle. This could be a 1 minute candle pullback, followed by a 1 minute candle to make a new high. I want to see this candle end above this wick here. This one is really the one. I want to see this one or the next one to be our breakout candle. I'd like it to be this one though, because I kind of want to end this trade with profit. Tapped our sell order there. Tapping 94. Coming up through 94. There we go. All right, we made a good chunk of change back. After losing 1,500 through this drop, we did come back some. We're down 787, but I think that we got a lot of opportunity for comeback on this today. We did get that 9 above the 12. So we got that confirmation of that upward move. We got music stopping. Let's get that started. And then we've got the cyan switch here. Cyan went from 0.09, so basically 0, up to 1.2. So that's still pretty strong momentum. Pretty good push up there. We may look for resistance here at 95. I'm going to mark out 95. Now we're going to have this sort of like U-shaped pattern. So we may look for a pullback, maybe a bounce off of 95. I'm going to try to get in at 95, actually. Didn't fill me. We did get a doji at the top, though, so I'm just going to cancel the order. TTM going from 1.1 to 2.0. Entered long off 95.50 and it messed up my sell order, so we gotta manually enter a sell order here. I'm actually just gonna hit flatten and try and take that profit wherever it puts me. Up at 300, so I just got a market order, so it's gonna bounce around for a bit. So we got out at 97. Pretty good trade, 6 ticks on that. So down 562.50 on the day. This switches back over my bracket orders. I'll put it at 5 again. And just gonna check in with y'all in the comments. Love Ginger Snaps 92 actually. Pretty excited to get back on the evaluation next week. We've kind of a different approach. Like every approach has been slightly dialed in just a little bit more and a little bit more. We've gotten very close to earning funding several times. I just need to figure out what I need to trade. So yeah, I appreciate that. We got a little bit of ways to go, but I think we did a pretty good job trading through this area. I think that we did a pretty poor job trading through this zone here. I honestly should have just waited. I think I was a little like kind of like exuberant because of this area here and the trading that went through here. But even when it was up here, I was talking about it rejecting off of this area. I just didn't expect it to reject so far down. I was looking for a rejection down to about this far and then a pop off that. I just didn't expect it to reject all the way down to 90 or really in the high 80s. A bounce off the 9 EMA would look good. TTM going from 2.3 to 3.3 to 3.7. So we're getting a slight bit of leveling off on that TTM. New candle is going from 3.3 to 3.8 to 4.4. It's pretty good momentum. Look for a scalp in this area. I think that the scalp actually would have been this move here, so gonna go for an entry off of 97. Enter long off 97. I'm gonna put this at 3 ticks though. I'm just gonna get out at 97.75. This is pulling back to 96.5. We went from 3.8 to 4.5 to 4.8 on the TTM. So I'm actually going to reduce this down to just 1 tick, which is actually the open of this is at 97. So I would need for this to go to a doji or a slight green. All right, we got that. It was like a single tick trade. I don't think that was a very good trade, but it was an attempt. This looks like it's forming a flag, so I think that we are going to get a breakout here. Looking to enter off 95. Actually, that's a pretty big drop there. Filled me. Okay, small loss on that. Down 600 on the day. It was a pretty big drop there. I was looking for it to pull back to about 95 and then bounce off that. But it looks like we're pulling back to all the way past the 50 and bouncing off of there. Keeping our losses small, or at least trying to. What up, Origin Code? Been a minute, man. Haven't heard from you in a while. I hope everything is very well with you. By the way, y'all know the name of the game. Y'all chilling here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. You know you want to. Alright, let's see. We pull it back to... That was a pretty large pullback there. And subsequent bounce right afterwards. A lot of buy volume on that one. Order standing at 95, but I think it's a little low. Looking for a 9 EMA bounce. In at 95.50. I'm looking to get out just under 97. Going for 5 ticks. I don't like that we're going blue on the TTM. I took this back when the TTM was cyan. So I was looking for that cyan movement to continue. Pulling back to 94. I may have cut this. A lot of sell volume coming in. near break even. TTM going from 4.7 to 4.6 to 4.5 to 4.4. So TTM is moving downward, but it's moving downward at a very, very small rate. I'm gonna check this on the longer time frame and see what's happening. Longer time frame is kind of leveling off too to the downside. But you can see we've got a flag there on the 3-minute side as well. It's the high of this 98. Switching back to the 5-minute chart. We're almost at our sell order. We're like 2 ticks away. There we go. We got that. Down 412.50 on the day. That was actually our peak profit of the day. It was 412.50. We're working our way back. Well, we're glad to have you here, man. I appreciate the love, light, and all that. I really do. Took contract 1 trade today. Good morning. Good to see you, Phil. Just checking in on some of the comments. By the way, if y'all are chilling, hanging out, appreciate the likes and subscribes and all that fun stuff. We do have this flag here, but you can see like we kind of got this resistance right here. Right there at 97. We may see some bounces off of the 35. But this is kind of looking like it's starting to fall back down to me a little bit. I feel like this would continue to bounce and try to test 4,000 again, but maybe I'm just being a little optimistic. Gotta see things as they are, not better than they are, not worse than they are, just as they are. Checking out the 3-minute chart here. 3 minutes actually going red on the GTM, so I may start looking at some shorts. Our next 3-minute candle is going to be at 21, which is, so this is a fresh 3. I'm a little all over the place on my bias. I try not to be biased, but I mean, it's just kind of the way trading is for me sometimes. There's another one of those really low, like really big down wicks. We bounce basically off the 35 and the 50. It's like a very micro scalp here. Doesn't look like it's working out though. Yeah. We'll cut that. Unnecessary loss on that one. Bad trade. Down 675 on the day. I think I need to hang back a little bit. Maybe start looking at shorts, like I mentioned. 9 stepping below the 12. Sorry to make my charts all weird on you. Like too zoomed in. When the candles are like this, it's kind of difficult to like get the chart to look how I want it to. I might look for a 1226 crossover on the downside. Maybe a short off 95. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna cut that. What? I'm in a trade all of a sudden? I cut that thing. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Maybe it'll work out for us. Worked out. I cut that thing long before it filled, and then all of a sudden I was just in a trade. You gotta love it. You gotta love that. Same sort of, where you're just working with it, just fighting with the platform sometimes. I feel like, as far as indicators go, I do feel like we do have downward movement. As far as movement on the day, though, I feel like we're more in the bullish territory. How's everyone else doing today? Y'all winning and losing? Long bias today. I feel like I am too. 15-minute. I gotta make sure I check that. But I see strong, clear resistance after another push. I feel you on that, actually. It has a mind of its own. You're not wrong. Sometimes it does, man. Just randomly fills you. All of a sudden, you're just in a trade you had no idea you were in. You're like, what? That actually happened to me once. I was trading stocks. And TOS was having this like super lag. It was in my live account. I was trading stocks, and I had set a limit order on something, and then I canceled it like immediately. I was like, I don't like it. And so I canceled it. And then, like, I was trading something else. 5 minutes later, I get this little blink notification that says, you're in a trade. And I was like, what? And I went and I checked over on the trade. I was like, wait, what? I'm in a trade. What the heck? And I went and I checked over, and I was up like $50. I was like, dude, okay. I just cut the profit, but it was just like, it was so weird. That like I had canceled that thing, walked away from it for several minutes, and then came back and I was in a trade. I didn't actually walk away, but I had clicked off. I was looking at a completely different chart. And I had canceled the order, and like several minutes later, it was like, "Buddy, you're in a trade." I was like, "What?" And it filled me at a pretty good price too, so I wasn't mad about it, but it was still kind of scary. We're gonna check the 15-minute chart. Let's do that. Oh yeah, I can see that on the 15-minute chart. We've got the cyan switch happening here on the 15. On the 15 as well, the 9 got above the 12 right there, and we're approaching a 1226 crossover on the 15-minute chart. Having said all that, I'm gonna look for a red yellow on the 1 minute chart. But I will say this on the 1 minute chart: the 200 has got above the view app and it's diverging. So that does give me less confidence. It's hard to know when the days are this choppy. It's hard to know which way it's going sometimes. Whew. 3 minute TTM going from 0.0 to 0.2 to 0.4. So it's going down on the TTM on the 3, but like at such a minimal rate that it doesn't seem to really matter. So I'm still gonna stick with long. Do another bid here. I'd like to get an entry at 95 if I can. We're in at 95 and a half. That'll work. We got this possible crossover to 1226 here. TTM's red, but like red on the 1 minute chart, but it's so minimal that I don't really think it's gonna hang out there. We're down slightly in this trade. We've gotten some down wicks here, but I think that we're gonna see a push back up towards this resistance zone here at 97 and a half, 98. I have an exit standing at 97, which would be 6 ticks. Which I don't think would be enough. It's not enough to pull us out of the red, but just puts us a little bit closer to where we want to be. I overtraded on that drop, and I've basically been on the recovery since. Like on the drop that happened around like shortly after we started trading. Our peak profit of the day was 412.50. Our peak loss of the day was 1,500. Did get a yellow candle there for a brief moment. Looks like it might reject this breakout. I reduced my sell order to a single tick, but I may have to cut this. We're down a lot more than we should allow. So we definitely hit our risk and then some. Nine's below 12. I'm probably going to cut this. I'm out. So just whenever it lets me out. Added another like $200-300 or so to our loss because it just won't let me out. That added $412.50 to our loss from the time that we actually hit exit on the market order. That added $400. Crazy. Just crazy. If this was a live account, I would be calling TOS right now. Yeah, I would totally be calling TD Ameritrade right now if that was a live account. I'd be like, "Yo, I submitted a market order. Nothing happened for like a whole minute." Be like, they'd probably be like, "No, you see with the fills, the way the checking and the savings and that's Kevin Hart reference, by the way. Y'all don't know. Now you know. Pulling down to the 90s. Three-minute chart looking a lot more significant now. See if we bounce again off 90. I don't know though, because the 200's worked its way above the VWAP, and I don't know. Things are looking a little bit more short. We'll see if it holds 90. If it doesn't, then we have room down here to about 85. It's kind of a tight range today. Moving from 1.9 to 2.5 to 3.2. Pulling back to 88. By the way, thank you, Robert, for subscribing. Much love and appreciation. Welcome to the community. Happy to have you here. And thank you to all of our new subscribers. We really do love and appreciate you guys. We would also love to have you guys in our Discord community. You're invited to join. Totally up to you. It's just a free community where we talk about things like futures trading, stocks, dividend ideas, entrepreneurship stuff. So I'm getting a little fast and loose. Entrepreneurship stuff, and also some life philosophy type stuff as well. We do put a lot of emphasis there on optimism and sort of like seeing not just when I say optimism, I don't mean like the charts go up and up forever, but instead more like a growth mindset. We do put a lot of emphasis on that in there. So bring your growth mindset. We'd love to have you. We'd love to hear about your experience in trading as well as just in life itself. What have you learned on this space rock that we all live on, and how has what you've learned benefited you, and how can it benefit others? We'd just love to hear from you guys. Pulling down to 87, seemingly finding some support there. We'll see. Give it a few minutes. 3.2 to 3.7 on the TTM. .2 to 3.6 down to 4.0. Just give me 1 second. All right, we back. It does look like that may find support there. TTM from 3.2 to 3.6 to 4.2. Just kind of waiting, sitting on our hands. Definitely some short ops through here. grinding down. Days like this are probably my least favorite days to trade. Not just because we're red, but because the the choppiness of it all and the volatility. Like I love volatility, I love me some good volatility, but choppiness is where it gets really kind of frustrating. Where you have sort of like this grinding in either direction, um, and it's just kind of like just slow like that. Like that gets really frustrating to me. Very small range on the day. By the way, y'all, if y'all looking to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. We do talk about these guys about, at least about once per stream because basically this is the program that we've been using to attempt to earn funding in the futures market. Which I've tried some of the other ones out there. This one's my favorite because they do allow me to use any sort of trading software I want. I can use Ninja Trader if I want. I can also use Tradeovate, which I think is a little bit more user friendly. And then you can also use TradingView, which I think has one of the biggest communities out there in trading. So a lot of free indicators and things like that available with TradingView and anything in the Rhythmic network. So I really like these guys because they give me the option to be able to choose my software. You can earn funding as low as 10K and as high as $300,000. And when you use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST, you will be locking in a lifetime discount on any of the plans that you see here. Another thing I really like about these guys is they offer a Discord community help as well as very, very fast customer service that is friendly and not like a bot or anything like that. It's a real human answering questions and resolving issues in a friendly way. I think that's really important. Some of the other prop firms that I've asked customer support questions before got kind of a snarky response from them, and I'm not going to say who, but I have gotten some snarky responses from some other prop firms before, and that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for help, and so I really like these guys because they do approach this with love, respect, and they do treat it like a business, and I really like that about them. So check them out. There's a link in the description. Promo code is JSBEST, and yeah, lock in that lifetime discount. You're getting a red to yellow move here. You can see this one went from 4.7 to 4. Let's see. We went 4.7 to 4.8 to 4.9, and now we're at 4.8 on the current candle. I'm gonna join the bid here. I'm gonna take 5 ticks off this red to yellow move. Reducing the order down to 3 ticks, which I may start going for. There's 3 ticks on that. Down 1,200 on the day. Looks like we could have got the full 5, but I think I'm going to start going for 3 ticks. And the reason is because just like this was a very slow move. And honestly, it should have just like popped with some momentum, but didn't. And that's kind of like what we've been seeing a lot of the day is we're seeing like big downward momentum moves, but then like the upward moves, we're seeing like just like a slow grinding up, very, very small moves. And sort of like a lot of like lagginess. That could be because of my platform. I'm not sure. But yeah, nice red to yellow move here. Going from 4.9 to 4.7, down to 4.3. That's what we want to see. Maybe a pull back to the 9 EMA would be nice. Right there, about 88 and a quarter. Just popping up off of that, though. 4.3 to 3.7. The 50 is very close to approaching a 200 moving average. So this, if this crosses over, we may get a further downward push. This honestly seems like a test of the VWAP, and we may reject off this and come down. Tap the VWAP there. VWAP's at 90. Or, sorry, at 91. My apologies. .6 to 2.9 on the TTM. Popping up pretty good momentum on that pop there. We're getting a lot of the momentum pops too before my strategy, which is kind of frustrating. Because normally I can rely on the strategy to be able to tell me when to enter, it's just kind of happening like a candle or two before my strat, and that's just kind of frustrating. It speaks to the choppiness of the day, though. Nice U-shape pattern here, so we're gonna look for an entry off of 91, maybe 91 and a half. I don't think I'll bump this up to 93. A lot of buy volume there. Cutting that, doesn't look like we're going to get that pullback. Apex has snarky responses. That's funny. Yeah, I've experienced some of that. I kind of just like to work with professionals. It's a kind of an important thing to me. 9's above the 12. This is looking really good here for continued upward move. Just trying to join the bid. Just tempted to catch some of this crazy move here. I'm not getting none of it. That's a very nice bounce here, but it's like it's so slow, grindy. Like it's moving up, but then yeah, I don't know. Maybe my timing's just off or something. But it doesn't seem to be moving the way I normally trade. About to get a cyan switch on that. I've also been really struggling to get fills in both in and out. Enter long on the pullback. It's almost like everything's like just off by like a candle or two from like what it normally moves at. It's been really kind of frustrating, honestly. Movement's weird to me today, anyway. I think Apex is doing a sale right now. I think Apex was doing like, I don't remember what they were doing. I do have a link in the description for Apex. I think Apex is a really good platform in terms of like, I think that they offer a lot to traders. I think what they lack is software. And I think that outside of the lack of software, I think that there's to me, like, if you know how to use Ninja Trader, I think Apex is a fine platform for you. I think that one of the things that I actually, it's kind of funny to say this, I actually dislike that they take like take a lower percentage. Um, Elite Trader Funding takes 80-20. You keep 80, they take 20. And Apex is 90-10. They keep 10%, you keep 90%. I actually dislike that. Funny enough, the reason being is because I want to make sure that the platform that I'm trading on is getting enough income to be able to get better. That actually matters to me. And having been an entrepreneur for as long as I am, you have to make sure that your margins are good enough to where you can still grow your company. And I think that that actually does really matter. And so, oddly enough, it sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. I actually wish that they took a little bit more on Apex so that they could focus on getting growing their platform a little bit better. Funny enough, though, 1.8 to 3.1 on the TTM. Nice big pop there. I'm gonna look for a pullback to 95. Maybe 95.50 might work. Enjoying the bid. In at 95.50, and I'm looking for just a pop up to 96.25, which would be some of this candle refilling. Moving a 3.0 to 4.1 on the TTM. Currently flat in this trade. Price movement is like slow, man. Okay. That should fill us. Pulled back some. Tap, it actually ran past our sell order, but never filled us. So you can see right there, it's currently past our sell order by a lot. There it is, finally. Okay, down 825 on the day now. Still a lot of work to do to come back. On the comeback, we worked our way back up to 412.50, but then took some losses to this drop here. And we ended up taking an additional almost $400 in losses from this thing that we had exited on, but it wouldn't let us out of the trade. So ripping up to 4,000. Huge rip there. Massive, massive rip. Gonna clean up some of these lines here. Gonna get rid of this line too. Boy. Nice big rip there. Big influx in volume. Something wrong with my platform again. I mean, yeah, it's bid was at my sell several times. You're absolutely correct. They've been doing updates like in upgrades to the software as Charles Schwab purchased TD Ameritrade about a year ago, and one of the major reasons why they purchased it is so that they could get access to this software. And And so whatever has been happening the last 2 months or so, I've been experiencing a lot of lag with it, and it's been pretty frustrating because up until this point, never had any lag issues. And if I did, it was pretty rare. It's pretty minimal as well. Uh, but for the most part, I mean, I'm doing okay with it, but it has caused some additional losses that are unnecessary that were not caused by me. Um, I've been trading for a long time, and I'm willing to own up when I make a mistake and whatnot. And several of the losses that I've taken have not been my fault, unfortunately. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. And I don't have the same issue when I'm trading in my prop firm. I will be trading in the prop firm next week, starting around the 14th or 15th or so. I will be trading in the prop in the eval. So, and I think that I'll probably do that exclusively. I probably won't have TOS open while I'm doing it. Just I don't want to deal with whatever the lag issue that they've been dealing with since February. Uh, so I think that I'll just stick with Trade of Eight um, for that whole time being. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look at the last time that we hit this zone, which was right up here. We may look for a short off this area. Even though it's looking like it's continuing to push upward. We went from 7.0 to 8.0 to 8.9 to 9.6 on the TTM. Everything is angled upward with continued upward momentum. We are outside the upper band of the VWAP here. Like I said, I was looking for a potential short up here. Getting a pullback from, so 4003 being the top there. I'm going to wait for a cyan to blue. 8.9 to 9.2, so a lot of slowdown on the momentum. A new candle here. 8.9 to 9.2 to 9.5. So we're moving at a factor of 0.3, and we're kind of leveling off on the TTM on the 1 minute side. Switching to the 3 real fast. Such big dips and rips. I don't know if a short is the right move, but we are outside that upper band of the VWAP, and it's been my experience that it's pretty rare that that area is not respected. There's a blue in there. Go for a short here. We're looking for a pullback to the 9 EMA. We're in short at 4001.5. We're looking to get out at 4,000 and a quarter. TTM went from 9.2 to 9.6, now pulling to 9.5, 9.6 area. I just want to see this pull back to the 9 EMA, which is here at 4,000. We are consolidating above the upper band of the VWAP, so I feel pretty confident that this will actually push down some. I don't know how much it's going to push down, but I think 4,000 is not out of the question. There's our trade there. Now down 637.50 on the day. TTM going from 9.6 to 9.4 to 8.9. So we are getting some downward push. I think we're going to see a lot of short action off of 4,000. And here at the upper band of the VWAP. May see another pop or two, but I'll try going short off 4,001. And again, I'm going for 5 ticks to the downside. We're going from 9.4 to 9.0 on the TTM. And we've got 10 seconds left in this candle. We're currently flat on our trade. We're in a 4,001. And I'm looking to get out at 39.99.75. New candle opening blue. That's what I want to see. 9.4 to 9.0 to 8.4. So I'm looking for now a test of the 12 EMA. But the 9 is acting a little bit more as support. So I'm going to adjust my sell order just a little bit to be out at 2 ticks. Getting a pop there. All right, we got that trade. It was a very, very small trade, but still some profit back. Down 562.50 on the day. Obviously, it's a lot more than that when we factor in our fees, but that's where we're at so far. Coming up at the top of the hour here. I'll take a look at this on the longer time frame. Take a look at the 3-minute chart. A 3-minute blue candle would look really nice for a short. Three-minute going from 3.0 to 3.6. We'll have a new 3-minute candle right at 9 o'clock. This is our brand new 3 here. And this went from 2.1 to 3.0 to 3.6. I think we have movement available down to 39.97. I tried to go short there at 4,001 and just missed the entry by a hair. There's a pullback down to 98.75. Let's see if I can go short here at 99.25. And short at 99.25. And I'm looking to get out at 98. Almost there. Came very close, but didn't get there yet. Okay, we tapped it. No fill yet. At 98. There's the fill. Now down 337.50 on the day. Just shorting off the highs. Honestly, seems a little bit more predictable to me than the bounces have been. Because we do have the upper band of the VWAP that we can work with. A lot of the other moving averages have been kind of challenging to predict due to the choppiness. Most of the time that's not the case, but when the choppiness is here, it can be a challenge. Coming up on the top of the hour, about to hit 9 o'clock in just 10 seconds. I'm going to throw a 3-minute candle up here, a 3-minute chart. And see what we end out as. We went from 3.0 to 3.47 to 3.86. So we are still stacking upward some on the 3-minute side. I don't know how long this is going to continue on. We did keep our loss pretty small today, which is good because we had a really strong day Thursday, Friday, and Monday. And I want to remain in profit from those days. Getting a bounce here up to 4,000 from 98. Coming up and testing the upper band of the volume weighted average price. So, pretty decent so far in terms of trading, and we are at a loss, but we did come back some. We took 23 trades today. All in all, I do think that we could have done better. We took over $300 in fees, plus our $337.50 in losses. So that puts us at a loss of about $638. But that's okay because we're still up from Thursday, Friday, and Monday, where we had pretty good days on those days. I think we have potential to get green today, but I'm starting to get some decision fatigue here, and usually when that's the case, I typically am like, okay, it's time to walk away. And so I think that's probably what I'm going to do. If y'all are hanging out and y'all chilling, make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. We do this stream every day at 7:30 Pacific. That's also 10:30 Eastern time. For those of you who are on the East, and do your own math for anything in between or anywhere else in the world. So that's 7:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's when we do that. 10:30 Eastern time is when we open up this stream here. We do have an amazing Discord community where a lot of our traders will actually share their results in there, communicate about what's working for them, what's not working for them, what their thoughts are on the market today, or any other day for that matter. And so make sure you guys join that Discord community, okay? We're becoming more and more active there every day, and we have an awesome just little community there that's growing a little bit at a time. So we'd love to have you guys there. And lastly, if you're trying to earn funding in the futures market, we'd love and appreciate if you guys would check out Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding, in my opinion, is one of the best in the biz. They treat you right. They have a Discord community. They're one of the only prop firms I know of that has a Discord community. And you can earn funding as low as $10K and as high as $300,000. They have a wide variety of evaluations available to you. One-step evaluation, which just has a 5-day minimum trading and a profit target that you got to hit. End-of-day drawdown, which is what you'll find at most prop firms. Fast track, which is like it's an inexpensive way of getting access to like $100,000, but you do have a time limit on these. Static drawdown, which I'm also working on, and diamond hands, which allows you to earn funding, hold trades overnights and weekends, which nobody else offers. Just make sure that whatever evaluation fits your trading style, that you click see more details so that you understand exactly what the rules are to actually earn funding and use their capital to trade. I think personally it's awesome that you can get access to $50,000 for less than $165. I say less than because if you use the link in the description and the promo code JSBEST, you'll actually get a lifetime discount that will be locked in for you as long as you are on the evaluation with that. So having said all that, guys, check these guys out. And on top of that, I think we did okay on the day. I'm going to jump into our Discord community where I'm going to post my reflection and my results on the day. My thoughts on my trading, what I could have done better. I have some thoughts already. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump off here. I'm going to nurse this sickness and hopefully get over this cold faster. Oh, and yeah. All right, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time. Thank you guys so much. Get some fall down here. May have some really good opportunities for some shorts, especially with that 9 drop below 12. make it a 1226 crossover and short down. There's also red on the TTM. So, good opportunity there showing itself. All right, y'all. I'm going to jump off here. Thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow.